What you're gonna need is some paint. I used Apple Barrel brand, and I have light blue, this darker blue, red, pink, purple, excuse the bottle, yellow, and orange. So what I did was I put a dab, excuse my thumb, I just put my finger inside of the bowl. But so what I did was I put a dab of each paint inside of here, and then right here I mixed the pink and the red to kind of get like a darker, well, I guess it's like a red, but it gives like a little lightness to it. So you're gonna need paint. If you want, you can use nail polish, and then also water and a little paintbrush. And then a wash, a little towel. We're gonna put that to the side. And then a makeup sponge. Okay. So the reason why I like to use acrylic paint is because you can pretty much do it the whole hand in one go, and it doesn't dry as fast. So first what you're gonna do is you're gonna measure your finger. So about right here. That's my nail stop. So I'm just gonna cut this right there. Okay. And then let me show you the easy way I like to do it. So in between paints, what you can do is you can, you know, do one color and then dip in the water, dry it off to save time. What I like to do is I start with the lightest color, and I just wipe it on the napkin, and then I go to the next color. So since the lightest color is yellow, I'm gonna do, oops, can you see the sponge? Hold on, rearrange that a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take the yellow, put it in the corner right there, just dab it off. Take orange, and when you do when you go lighter to darker, it doesn't affect the color too much. Then light blue, and also as you can see, I'm putting it on the sponge in like a downward motion, because the key is I don't want it to be too pigmented, because it's supposed to be like a tie-dye effect. So you kind of want there to be like some, not holes, but you don't want it to be so dark. You want it to kind of be able to see a little bit underneath, because like when you have a shirt, sometimes you can see the color underneath. So yeah, and I just dab it in the water when it becomes like too much buildup. So we got the blue, and also just dab it before you get to the pink. I could have avoided this by just putting the pink after the orange, but I didn't, because I didn't want it in that way. But if I would have did that, then I wouldn't have had to dab it in the water twice. Put the pink right there. And then since we're gonna start back to yellow, we're gonna dip it in water and then grab that yellow again. Put it up around here. And then finish it with orange. Okay, so now the fun part. Move this out of the way. Okay, so now you're gonna grab your sponge and you're just gonna put it on top of your finger. You don't want to press too hard, just lightly, just boop, going from one side to the other side. And as you can see, you have your design. Got a little bit smudged, that's okay though, because it's tie-dye, so it's not supposed to be perfect. And then also what you can do is you can do it in different angles. So let's say I want to put it from this point, so I could go over here. And then come down here. And as you can see, when you go lightly, you kind of get that bubble effect, which is kind of the effect that we want, so that it looks more tie-dye. And then let's see if we get one more out of here. Because like I said, with the paint, you could usually get a couple in, because Oh, and then if you see at the end how it's still white, if that's the case, just kind of just, it's okay. Just put the tip. Don't worry about it. Put the tip on there. And actually, I think we have enough paint in here. And if you want, like, you could flip it, like I said. You really could do any way you want it to do. Any way you want it to be. If you want to do upright, sideways. See? That kind of just changed the pattern a little bit. And then the last one, we have the pinky. See? And we did it all in one go. So we just had to put the paint on the sponge. And these are the full hand. So that probably was like, what, 45 seconds, a minute? Whereas if with polish, you have to reapply the polish because it dries out. And so with this, don't worry about the side. Also, benefit of acrylic paint is because it is paint, it just washes off with water. So what you're gonna do now is just let it dry, and then we're gonna come back for the top coat. Okay, so it doesn't take much. It doesn't take long for the acrylic to dry. I'm gonna be using a UV top coat. You can use a gel top coat, or you can just use clear paint. I want to use the top coat just because, well, I should say the UV top coat, because it gives it more of a shine. And so I have right here, I have my lamp. So I'm just going to put on the top coat and then look it for 60 seconds into my lamp. Let's start with the thumb. And then with the with this top coat, you want to be careful not, because you know how we do have paint at the ends of our you know, on our skin. So you want to be careful not to get your skin, because if you do, when you go to clean it up, you'll excuse that thumb, but when you go to clean up, you'll see that it doesn't easily come off if you got the UV on the side. So just be very careful in the way that you apply it. Try to avoid getting the sides, and even if you do get the sides, it's okay. Ask someone to take it off. Make sure you round the edges. Just get all that goodness in there. All that rainbow tie-dye goodness. I guess I could have just zoomed in instead of holding my hand in this awkward position, but it is what it is. And now, time for the cleanup. So, just dip your brush in the water, and then literally, you just swipe the sides of your hand until all of it comes off. Obviously, you could do this in the sink, you know, and it'd be quicker. Or you could just kind of do it like this. Just depends on how you want to do it. But I'm just doing this for demonstration purposes, just to let you see how easy it is to take off the acrylic paint from the sides of your hands with water. Now, if you would have used clear nail polish, you could still do this. You just have to make sure that the polish is dry all the way before you do it. So, but yeah, simple. Just a little bit of water gets it all off. That's one of the benefits of acrylic polish. It's water based. So, Buddha, 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 boom. Okay. So, I'm gonna finish cleaning up and I'll be back with the final look.